You want to do the countdown again?
5, 4, 3, 2.
What's up, family? Welcome to the cast. My name is Paul, and with me today are my friends Dennis, Larsen, and Justin Fillette. And this is
Couch Talk.
Nailed it. So we were talking about movies, right?
Right. And just basically how they're not what they once were. They
Mhm.
used to be there just to entertain. It's not just movies, TV too.
Yeah.
And a lot of actors seem to just be all political these days. There are some that aren't, and I thank heaven for every last one of them.
Yeah.
Such as Ryan Reynolds, for example. Bless you, man.
He goes against the system.
And let's see, Morgan Freeman. God bless that.
I mean,
man.
you can't. Morgan Freeman is just a gem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't hold him down for nothing.
But now the question comes, is this all just happening, or is somebody doing it?
Like, has
100%.
something behind the scenes been happening?
I believe so. I think it's the government.
Well, yeah.
Trying to create division. Even the news and everything. It's all negative stuff that
Yep.
keeps us separated.
Yeah.
And then there's all these hidden agendas. And it goes deep. Very, very
So
deep.
you think, and I don't think this is a surprise, but the government influences Hollywood.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't just influence. I think it pretty much owns Hollywood. by this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all government owned. Yeah.
I mean, we can get even deeper than that, but we'll leave that for now.
we can get deeper. Maybe we'll get deeper later on.
Yeah,
Who's the man at the top?
exactly.
Or
What secret organization is running the world, basically?
or it. All right. So what top movies do you guys have?
Oh, definitely The Dark Knight.
Great movie.
Great movie. I still remember it to
I
this
agree
day.
with that.
Yeah.
Iron Man 1.
Okay.
That was a very great movie.
Now, to just get away from the comics end of things for a moment, though, with movies, I would like to name one that has nothing to do with superheroes, and that would be Alien.
Oh, great.
Great movie. From the 70s, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Late 70s.
dude. Yeah. The xenomorphs and shit.
Xenomorphs,
Yep.
Original Predator.
I never saw Predator.
Arnold
Predator.
Get to
See, that's all I know. That's all I know of the movie.
And
Get
that's
to the
why
chopper.
I made that comment. And made me do it.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
I was just having this discussion on my way to Comic-Con today, actually, that you can take certain actors out of movies and the movie would still play fine.
Mm.
In general, you could remove Arnold and the Predator movie would still do fine, but that one line would never get delivered.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. It has
Not
that
the same
sense
way,
of it has that sense of character for the movie.
But the one movie franchise in general, I would say you could never remove a character out of, and we, the audience, have proven this is a fact, is Johnny Depp from the Pirates movies.
Oh, 100%.
You
cannot
can. Oh my
take him
god,
away.
yo!
No, he is the movie.
Pirates of
Captain
the
Jack Sparrow makes the movie.
Pirates of the
Like,
Caribbean 1 is one of the greatest movies
I
of
love
all
it.
time.
The first three are the best.
The legend.
So good.
Like when he's riding on his little boat in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like sinking
sinking.
down.
And he's still just being all cool
He
till
gets off the
it.
dock like perfectly. Like
I think that's how we gotta live our lives, you know?
You'll
If
remember
the,
this.
If the boat's sinking, you just act like
Everything's cool
Everything's fine.
till you get to land.
just
Yep.
everything's fine.
as
I
if
love
they
it.
almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow.
Almost. My top two movies are The Thing by John Carpenter.
Awesome movie.
Fantastic movie. And They Live.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love
They Live, if you've seen it. Never
I've
seen
not
it?
seen that.
They,
Didn't
so
even hear
it's
it.
like aliens control the world.
Earth.
The
Basically,
Earth.
what's going on?
Basically, it's real life.
Basically.
It was a documentary.
Yeah,
Actually.
it's factual. Actual factual.
Actual factual. What's the line? He's
Quote
like,
that.
I came here for two things. To chew bubblegum and kick ass.
And I'm
And I'm
all out of
gum.
bubble.
I love it. I love it.
That's great. My top movies. I would have to say Zombieland.
Oof. Good movie.
Love that movie.
Limber up. Gotta limber up.
Gotta limber up.
Limber up.
It's one of the rules. Seatbelt.
Seatbelt. Yes.
Pretty much zombie movies in general, even B ones that are like horrible, they're just good to laugh at.
Yeah.
So like Shaun of the Dead, for example.
Oh,
I wouldn't
Shaun
even
of the
call
Dead is
that a
great.
B movie.
Yeah, that's Shaun of the Dead is
That's an
yeah.
A movie.
Shaun of the Dead
That's
and
an
Zombie
S tier
Land.
movie, dude. That's
They're the
I
best
was just
zombie
kidding.
comedies
Yeah.
out there.
I was just
Dude.
kidding.
Yeah, I love that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Horror
So
is
you
probably my favorite genre.
So you like a bit of comedy in your
Yes.
even if it's
I like
a series.
a good black comedy. You know?
What's a black comedy?
A horror comedy.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
I know just the kind he's thinking of right now. Vampire in Brooklyn, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, Eddie Murphy?
stuff.
Oh my god.
That is good stuff.
Yo.
Then you got Dracula Dead and Loving It, Young Frankenstein. These are older
Yo,
ones.
Young Frankenstein,
great.
one of the best.
I love that movie.
Now, since we just touched this real quick, I actually want to swing now over into
Let's
horror.
swing, bro.
Swing into horror
Let's
since we
swing
just
it.
touched
Oh
it.
hell yeah.
Swing it.
Horror. That is a very important aspect of cinema. Has been, not just in cinema, just storytelling.
Yeah, forever.
Forever. But now, with the desensitization that people have had, they cannot be scared so easily.
It's
Nope.
yeah, I see what
Not
you're saying.
anymore.
I haven't
Yeah.
been scared by a movie in years.
Like-
Yeah.
The last one I think that actually got me to do any kind of a jump was Mama.
Oh, that was a good
Ooh,
one. That was good.
I never even heard of that movie.
It's a good ghost movie.
I
Yeah.
think yeah.
Basically, this kid, he became an orphan, but his mom stuck around to protect him, and his mom starts killing everybody who hurts him. and
As
stuff
a
like
ghost?
that.
Well,
He's a ghost, yeah.
Well, he's not too far off. It's actually two little girls, and they.
Oh, I'm thinking of Mother.
Yeah, you're thinking of Mother.
Yeah.
I think I've seen
But
that.
Mama is similar to that. Only it's two little girls that end up living in the woods.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole opening is actually quite grim, dark, and really messed up. Honestly,
I mean, say what you want, but I don't watch horror movies because I watch them like this. I'm terrified of it.
Really?
Like Paranormal
No.
Activity scared the I have never seen
Oh,
the
that was a
ending.
great movie.
I've never seen the ending because I know she walks. I refuse to watch it.
Wow.
You know what? I'm with you on that for a different reason though. Not that, not this.
Yeah.
I don't do that. But when it comes to a vampire flick, if it's a good vampire flick, first of all, when it comes to that, and we're getting to the biting, when we're getting to that, I always end up doing this.
Oh, it skeeps you out.
Oh, you're like,
Yeah.
I always end up doing that.
Because you can, like, feel it.
It's like
Yeah.
you know.
wait,
like,
is it the blood, the
For
biting?
me-
the actual biting?
Mm.
Like I feel I'm like I gotta put this up. I don't know why. I just feel like
Yeah.
For me, it's like when Pet Cemetery, when the kid cuts the dude's Achilles tendon, that gets me. Like, I can feel it in
Oh,
my
they did
foot,
that in
like,
House of Wax. They like cut
Yeah,
the-
dude. Oh, that
Ugh.
shit hurt. Oh.
Yeah. I would be terrible in a horror movie. I'd be the first one dead.
Oh, 100%.
I'd be.
I'll
thrown.
be, dude. I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm gonna be the first one looking for the gun.
You'd be the one that survives.
I'm looking for the freaking
Right.
gun, guys.
I would be in the
If
closet.
I hear
like,
a noise, I'm going the other way.
right?
I'm not walking into the fucking
Like,
house that
hey.
is like creepy and making noise and shit.
Like, hey, there's blood coming from our door. Let's check it out.
yeah, let's go check it out. Hell no.
Oh,
I'm
Like,
out.
what?
Ah, you know what? That's perfect for me to say this now, just like we were talking about earlier before we started this. Someone once said,
Oh, right, yeah.
somebody once said this, people. Why, no matter what movie or show you're watching, when there's something that's glowing or something making a noise or whatever, does someone go and check it out?
Yep.
Why
Stop
do- why-
investigating people.
Why do they not go to utter way?
Yeah.
And the other person who was talking with them said back, and I quote, if they followed logical reasoning, then there would be no story.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
There has to be a conflict to have a story. So.
Yeah. So basically, do you want a story in your life, or do you want to die? That's basically it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go the other way.
I'm gonna go the other way.
I'm gonna skip the
Although
creepy
I'll be
noises.
honest, if I see like a glowing book or something, I'm gonna be like, I kind of want to check it out.
I would be a little curious.
Yeah,
to be
it's a
honest.
book. I mean,
But-
I don't-
You're like, what's the worst that could happen? It's the Dronomicon.
oh man, is that from the Walking?
Evil-
No.
Evil
Dead. Yeah. So, all right, if a book is covered in like human skin,
Yeah, I'm not
That-
talking
I'm
about
gonna
a-
stay away from that.
that's a no go.
That's a witch's
Or
book
even
right
animal
there.
skin.
Now-
Anything that has skin and blood on it, I'm good.
And you know what I feel also is lost now because horror is not what it once was. Is nobody today has any actual horror icons. Who's
What do you mean?
like, like your monsters who you know their names,
Oh,
you know their stuff, you know how they
Jason.
do it. We had
Right.
Jason, Freddy, Chucky,
Mike
Pinhead, Michael Myers,
Leprechaun.
the Leprechaun, which is
Yeah.
the most B-lister, or no, he's a D-lister. Let's get it
Love
straight.
it.
He's
Yeah.
a D-lister, but we all know him.
I never
Mhm.
seen any Leprechaun.
We had those guys.
Leprechaun in the Hood.
And
That was my shit.
before those guys, all that was out there, which are the real classics,
The Universal Monsters.
were the Universal monsters: Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Mummy,
Mm.
the Invisible Man,
Yep. Creature from
Mm.
Black Lagoon.
Creature from Black Lagoon.
Well, here's the thing. Almost every society has vampires. They have like a werewolf type of
Yeah.
thing. They have
Yeah,
ghouls.
They all have different like lores on it. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So where's that all come from?
I mean,
Right.
see that right there, it comes back to what I'm talking about before. Cultural appreciation instead of
Mhm.
appropriation.
Yeah.
Each one of us seems to have some kind of a mythical creature that has similarities to each other.
Mhm.
So, like, for an example, the werewolf could be attributed to the Wendigo in a way.
Okay, yeah. Like different cultures, they just
They
change
call it
the
different
name.
things,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
It's a shapeshifter.
So basically,
Like the Yeti is the Yeti, Sasquatch, Skunk Ape, fucking.
so every form of art or movies or whatever is appreciation
Yep,
of something else. Like
Of
there's no
something else.
originality.
exactly.
Like in a good way, I mean.
In a good way,
I'm,
in a good-
I'm saying
yeah, in a
that
good
like
way this time.
they all have the same thing.
But yeah, as far as horror being represented today by like icons,
There's none.
there are some. You have the Terrifier, the clown.
Hmm?
Like
it?
No,
No.
not it.
There's a
It's-
movie called Terrifier with this
It-
creepy ass clown.
Basically, to put that one in a more simpler perspective, it's kind of like the Tales from the Hood, but just not funny. It's actually scary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then you got the Nun. You got Annabelle.
Nun.
Now, yeah,
stuff like that.
Now those are brand new,
exactly.
and they are actually pretty good, but that's much less than what we have.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
definitely
isn't
less.
the
Yeah.
Nun like they have like 5 movies or something?
Well, the
I don't even know.
It all started from The Conjuring.
Yeah,
So Annabelle.
So we
the
call it
Nun.
Oh.
so we call it the Conjuring series, but
Yeah.
it branches off with Annabelle and the Nun. It's all the same thing.
Now, to speak on that, you know what I love that movies are now doing? Universes.
Yeah.
They have
Yes.
a horror universe, and Avengers kind of started that.
That
right?
did start it.
But
that was
now
the
you
start.
got the Conjuring universe. You got like all these
We
universes.
They tried the Universal Monsterverse, but that has not
The
taken
what?
off. The Universal Monsters, Dracula, Frankenstein, all that.
Old school.
They tried doing that,
Oh.
and that did not take off.
Really?
They tried
No.
it with like 3 movies already.
Oh shit! Damn, I
Didn't
would
take
watch
off.
Jason again.
No, not
Yeah,
Jason.
because they did The Mummy with Tom Cruise. They did.
Mummy?
Yep.
I seen it. Yeah.
And
Didn't they do a new Dracula?
They did a new Dracula,
Yeah.
and they also did a new Frankenstein, and none of those took off.
Yeah, they weren't that great.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it's because mainly it's kind of hard to look at those characters and treat them like heroes. They're the monsters. You
Mm.
can't treat them that way.
Is that what they were trying to
That's
do?
kind of what it felt like they were doing.
Make them good guys.
Make them good guys in a
Yeah.
sense. And I'm like, that doesn't work.
So that's another thing. Do you think any bad guy or enemy can become good? I know it's a lot in anime.
Yes, for specific characters. One in particular, and I know the internet's probably going to argue with me on this.
Don't argue.
Darth Vader.
I mean,
No,
yeah, no, I agree.
He fell from grace like an angel from heaven. He fell and lost his wings.
He made a mistake.
And then he turned it back around.
He redeemed himself at the end.
Yeah, because he saved his son.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
And-
that's a great.
Yeah. Who else?
And he fulfilled the prophecy, no matter what y'all say. He did destroy
Wait.
the Sith.
Well, but,
He
Yeah.
destroyed the Emperor and himself.
He did.
Ending the dark
Now,
side.
here's what
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, maybe because. Alright, I'm just going to say it and you guys let me know. I don't like all these movies and TV shows about Star Wars universe. I'll tell you why. You seen one Star Wars?
It's like then you've seen them.
You've seen them all. Lightsabers. Fucking.
Not entirely.
All right. Prove me wrong.
Mandalorian
Mhm.
did not have anything to do with the Jedi or
Mm-hmm.
lightsabers till
Grogu
the
showed
end
up.
the end of season 2 when you get Luke Skywalker showing up at the last scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then later you have Ahsoka kind of hang around an episode or two, I think, in the third season.
yeah,
Mhm.
but they make her own
Yep.
show.
She got
or
her own
whatever.
show,
But past those little cameos, nothing to do with lightsabers.
Interesting.
But I love it regardless.
Yeah, like
So.
yeah. There's a new one coming out where like the Jedi are being hunted because they're seen as the enemy now, which I'm kind of curious
Well, yeah.
about.
That's basically what happened when they issued Order 66.
Yeah.
The Empire made enemies out of the
So
Jedi.
is the Empire okay? All right, you have the Empire. The top, they're bad people. They're bad guys, but the Empire is mainly made up of normal people that go to
Yes,
work and
exactly.
like normal stuff, right?
All those people are normal. The evil ones are the ones at the head of
The
everything.
government.
Exactly.
The government.
Going back to that. Yeah.
Back to
Shit.
that.
Yep. But
I love democracy.
the fun actually that wasn't even a democracy no more. That was
Well, I know that was the. I
was
love that meme.
That was a dictatorship by that point.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But anywho, though, funny thing about that little empire, there was a certain factor about Palpatine that doesn't really get talked about. He was a racist.
I'm not aware, but I'm not surprised. Go on.
See, in his empire, in his armies, in every faction of his military forces, it's all humans.
Oh,
Mhm.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
That's where his racism's at.
What an asshole. I'm glad he's dead.
Yeah.
Wait, is he dead?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
He's
Like
dead.
one of the
He's
best-
deader than dead.
He's super dead. That's what that is.
One of the best Star Wars shows isn't even about Jedi, and it's The Bad Batch.
Oh, hell up here, bro.
Yeah.
What's
100%.
What's the Bad Batch?
Okay, you know the clone troopers?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are experimental ones that had enhancements done to them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're all
And
different.
they're like
and-
an elite
and they're an
team.
elite team.
Yeah.
And what's best about them, I love these guys so much. They remind me of the old 80s action heroes.
Mhm.
Really? How?
Just their attitudes, their demeanors, their characteristics. Like each one of them,
They're
you got-
the 18.
like yeah, they're the 18.
Right.
Pretty
You
much,
got your
yeah.
tank, you got your leader, you got your sniper, you got your tech whiz.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
they're
got the team, the A team.
D&D.
Yep, pretty much. They're the ultimate
Everything.
team.
I love that.
Everything relates to D&D.
D&D is like
It's
infused
so
in
universal.
everything. Every movie, every TV show has a group, and they're all different. I love
Yep.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And best part about D&D, since we just brought that in, is literally all that is acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that really is, guys. You're acting, and if you're the dungeon master, you are the one creating the story. You're the writer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
And everyone else is your adventurers, and they just have to act accordingly to what's going on around them.
I-
Now, the biggest difference, I just
Yeah.
want to say real quick about that, is unlike actual acting, they don't have a script. They're making it up as they go.
That
Improv.
it makes it a little harder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So something I'm noticing around the room. So we have a lot of heroes, villains around here. What superhero? This was brought up in our chat, but what superhero and what villain do you relate to?
As far as heroes, that would be Spider-Man. As far as villains, I would say Thanos.
All right, why Spider-Man?
Because he always tries to do the right thing, even when it hurts himself or his life, which I've been known to do.
Like he goes against like his personal interests.
Interests
Yeah.
or needs.
For the greater good.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Thanos?
Which would be the complete and utter opposite of the
Yeah.
Now, why do I identify with him? Because there are some times that I do think that certain members of the populace should go.
We all know who you are. Yeah. What about you?
That's a tough one. I don't know what kind of hero I don't want to be.
do you want to be a hero?
I would probably say I would want to be like Luffy.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Damn, that was mine.
And not the live action Luffy.
Oh,
Animated.
I'm live action.
Yeah, live action Luffy is too nice.
Yeah, that's
The real Luffy's a bit of a jerk.
Yeah. Like,
Wait, you want to be more of a jerky?
yeah. I want to
Basically, I think what he's trying to get at here is I want to be the guy who says, fuck everybody else. I only care about the people that actually care about me back.
Okay, yeah.
that and like basically just do whatever you want. That's
Yeah.
what Luffy does.
So-
Luffy does whatever the hell he wants.
You want to be a pirate?
Against
Pretty
his,
much.
Yeah.
against his grandpa's wishes.
Yeah. We all kind of want to be pirates.
As far as villain, I don't know.
You know what?
That's a tough one.
Now, you want to know what's funny, though? Pirates used to be looked at as a different word.
Yeah.
They were pioneers.
They were pioneers, yeah. Some of them were pioneers. Some were just terrible people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like that goes for...
It goes for anyone, anywhere. But they basically paved a way through history.
Yeah. They were like, we want to live life our way. And the government was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like...
As they usually do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking government.
Can you stop? This is a PSA for government. Stop. Just stop what you're doing.
100%.
But
or keep on going, because at this rate, we're not going to be the United States. We'll be the divided States.
Boy. Are we going to turn into... I want to see that movie.
Civil War.
Yeah.
I don't recommend. I didn't see, but someone's review did not sound very good.
Well, I mean, because it's a very controversial...
Yeah.
Well,
Really?
there's not much controversy in the film. You're not really seeing the Civil War happen. That's the problem.
You're seeing the...
You're
you
just
know, the ideologies
What
of
you're
it.
just following is the idealisms of what journalism used to be, or what journalism is thought to have been.
They show that one scene where he's like, don't shoot, I'm American. And he's like, what kind of American? That kind of blew my mind. It's like, because there's not one overall American,
Yeah.
right? There's like,
all different kinds.
yeah. But isn't that the good thing? That there's different kinds? We don't want a unified.
The diversity, yeah.
Yeah, we want the diversity, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a Nazi, but
don't
don't be that.
Oh, don't go throwing that word around.
Well, I'm Jewish, so I'm allowed to. I have the
A different N word.
That's what they throw at people like us who talk about stuff like this. They consider us the Yahtzees.
the what?
That's what you have to say when you're doing a YouTube video. You can't actually. You can get away with saying.
Why not?
Because they'll just like block the video or like whatever.
For saying Nazi?
Yep.
But
I swear to God, they will. They literally have like a censorism going on, man. You literally.
I mean, I get it where they're coming from. I get it because they don't want. But here's the thing: usually, the people who are saying the word are talking against it, right?
Yep.
Some
So
are,
Really?
but the word's being tossed around so much lately over stuff that literally is nothing close to what those people were like.
Okay, let's just set it straight right now. No one here is for Nazis.
Despite what my head might make you think.
Yeah, he's just clean shaven. That's all.
I'm just 25% Jewish, so
There you go. I feel like everyone has
a little bit of
some
deal with it,
Jewish.
yeah.
Did
And
you
see-
do a DNA test?
Mm.
Yeah.
And see, right there, that's the one thing I don't get neither. Like, we each have a little bit of everything in us by this point.
Yeah.
There's no way, for an example, that there's for one white family to just be like from only England at this point in the US of A. No way. Same thing for any like black family, either a brown family. There's no way you're strictly your own individual, whatever race you came from, Jamaica,
No.
Africa, even if you were born here, whatever. There's no way you're just that. You have to have other DNA.
Everything.
Family
Everyone's
background.
mixed at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Even if it's just a little bit, except for
You.
Yes,
You're
except for
100%
me.
Jewish, bro.
So all my friends, most of my friends are like Asian, and they took DNA tests, and they're all like Chinese, Japanese, Korean, like a
Korean and all
mix of all
different.
this
Yeah.
stuff. I'm like, yay! I'm gonna take the DNA test. I can't wait to see what I am.
100% Jewish.
100% Ashkenazi Jew. What can I say? I'm purebred. But
I knew one, or they were brothers, but they were 100% Irish.
really,
Yep.
did they have the accent?
No accents.
Damn.
They were born in America.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
But
You're Irish.
yeah, those are, yeah. I'm, I think 25% Irish,
That makes sense.
because my dad's mom was 100% Irish, and then my dad's dad was French and Russian,
Ooh, French and Russian.
Yeah.
That's an interesting combo.
and then on my mom's side, I got like 10 other different ethnicities or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
they make.
yeah. How about you?
Scottish and shit.
As far as I know I got Irish. I know I got Swedish,
Ooh.
and I might even have a little bit of Dutch too, for all I know, like way in the back. I might even
Yeah.
have some Russian too, because apparently my name is also common in Russia.
What, Dennis?
Yep.
Larsen.
Oh, Larsen?
Well,
Dennis and Larsen?
Dennis is actually very common in Russia. Apparently.
Interesting. Interesting.
So I might even have that.
So I have a question. Do you guys believe in generational curses?
Not really, no.
No.
Generational trauma.
Trauma.
I believe
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
Not like curse like like a hex. or
Basically,
anything.
like
I
they
know.
say, through your subconscious, your parents, you can inherit their trauma. Your grandparent, like years of trauma down your whole family line, can be inherited through.
And it goes
people.
through the DNA.
But not just that. You can also, I also think you could like inherit some special skills too.
Like what?
Like, like a small talent, for instance, like you're a naturally good catcher.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For an example, like it happens, and it's like, where'd it come from?
Well, that yeah.
Without any practice.
Without any practice, how can you just do that?
You're just more inclined to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any natural talents?
Well, I just named one. I can catch like a coin that's even tossed at me by somebody else.
Oh, really? You have that?
Like I'm just like.
Damn.
And I was curious about that. It's usually only with money. Like I have a problem with a ball. I seem to catch money, no problem. When it gets tossed.
That's the Jewishness.
No. Actually, I think that might have something to do with my one ancestor who actually was a pirate.
You had a pirate ancestor?
Yes, I did.
Ooh, tell me about that. I want to know more.
I mean, he wasn't anything special from what I understand. He was more like the deckhand, but I'm sure he went on a couple different voyages and
Hell yeah, that's awesome. So wait, how did you learn about that?
We were doing like a little research on the family for a school project, and just got brought up by my dad, so we just went looking for a little bit, and wasn't too much to find, but still, I thought, cool, I got pirate DNA.
Yeah.
That's why you like One Piece.
That's probably why I like
makes
One
sense.
Piece.
And that's also why you showed me Black Lagoon.
Yep.
Black Lagoon's really good too.
Yes.
Now, not to move into anime at all there, but nice that we've moved back into the entertainment industry here, because what we just did, guys, was entertain you.
We're an entertainment.
That's all we're trying to do.
That's the ASMR type of thing.
Well, I want to say real quick, though, just to get this in there. When I say I agree with Thanos and certain people need to get gone,
Right.
it's not so much get gone. I mean, there are criminals in this world.
Got.
There are criminals in this world I do think need to just get gone. Don't know why we don't get rid of them. But when it comes to certain people who are thinking or acting certain ways these days, it's not so much get gone for them. It's simply get right.
Ooh, interesting.
Just really analyze what it is you're thinking. Really analyze what it is you're saying. Don't follow the mob. Question things.
PSA. Yes.
Your own
Question.
research.
Go follow your own path. You know?
I mean, because first of all, there's no such thing as right think. There's no one right way to think.
Right.
Now, unless your thinking paralysis involves wiping out an entire civilization for no other reason than you just don't like them.
Yeah, then we just loop back to yeah.
That's where you definitely have wrong think.
But-
That's the only wrong
So,
think.
would you say society would be better off if people just followed their genuine innards, if you say,
I would say to a degree.
their guidance?
Because there's actually a movie that came out last year. It was literally supposed to be Walt Disney's big culmination celebration movie of their 100 years of being around.
Okay.
It was called Wish.
Yes.
Now, I did not watch, mainly because Disney's just not been hitting the stride
They've been slacking.
a lot. But I did look up what the story was through people's reviews of it, and they didn't do a complete biased take off the bat. They just told you what the story was right away, and then they told you what their feelings were about it.
Yeah.
Now, the story in question is basically this. The main girl goes to see the king of her land, and this land is actually prospering very nicely. Like, he's a fair and wise ruler. The way
Yeah,
he handles
okay.
things. And she's asking him if he would be kind enough to grant the wish of her grandfather, which this guy, the king, had. But her grandfather's wish is to be an inspiration to the next generation. Now,
Ooh.
you think right away,
That's intense.
what's wrong with that? It's like, well, it's too broad. When you really stop
Right.
and think about it, a wish like that's too broad. What would he inspire them with? What would he inspire them to do?
Mhm.
What if it was something
Like it
horrible?
was missing like a direction.
Yep, a direction.
Okay.
What if it inspired people to rebel against the kingdom or something?
Oh, I see what
It's
you're saying.
too broad.
Yeah.
There's no direction for the wish, so he didn't grant it.
Mm.
He refuses to grant it. And the whole message there is at the end with the movie's ending is everyone's wish should be granted regardless. It's like, no, not true, because what if one person's wish, like I just mentioned earlier, is the eradication of an entire race?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or to harm somebody.
Or just to harm one
So
person
like that.
you're saying there should be some guidelines or
To-
rules.
to something like that. So basically, you can't have everything you want in life, especially if it's going to hurt someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not everyone's wish should be granted. There should be
Yeah.
some limitations.
Like I think either you don't hurt yourself or others, right?
hmm
And then pretty much whatever else you want, right?
hmm
Like you can live
Yeah.
your life, just don't harm others.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm even like, movable on the whole. Never mind. I'm not even gonna bring that up.
He's movable. People.
I'm movable. I'm very movable. I'm kind of like a go with the flow type of guy,
Yeah.
but sometimes
Now-
I'm too go with the flow, if you know what I mean.
Now, back to the Wish movie for a sec. That is one of the biggest examples of what's going on with movies today. They lack direction.
Okay.
They lack real creativity. They lack story. And they also are lacking not so much, relatable and genuine characters.
Like they're not putting the
Like
enough.
they're not putting enough in there to make them unique. They're all basically cookie cutter. Ever since, and this is actually proven after a certain point, ever since Frozen.
Mhm.
Ever since Frozen,
I cried. Dude.
they no. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Frozen is still a good movie. It's not great. I'm just telling you that right now. It's not a great film, guys. Okay, it's a little overhyped. It's still good. It's just
Okay.
not great. But
Sisterly love.
Mhm.
Anna has officially become the cookie cutter princess.
Anna is
The other
The
sister.
sister.
not the cold one.
Not the
No.
cold one.
The other one.
The other one.
Kristen Bell.
She has literally become the cookie cutter princess. Ever since then, every other princess or princess-esque character who has come in a Disney movie to be the main female lead is her. quirky,
Oh,
naive,
the
loud pixie.
the pixie girl
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
like they're all her. They're all literally the exact same. There's
Yeah.
nothing different.
right.
Even when you try to put them in a different skin tone, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Still acting exactly like her. There's
So
nothing
you're
different.
saying there's no.
There's no differentiations. There's no uniqueness. There's no originality.
You know what kind of character feature I like? The punk. The punk girl. I
Oh, there you have it. The punk princess.
the punk princess. Do we have?
We do not have that.
Can we
Can we make that?
put
I
this
would
into the
say
universe?
Maybe Vanellope von Schweetz
Wait, what's that? Oh,
from Wreck-It Ralph.
yeah. Okay.
She's
yeah.
a little bit of a punk.
A little bit of punkish.
Okay,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Okay, cancel what I said. There is one.
Yeah,
I was thinking
But she's a video game.
I was thinking like
true.
a castle, right? You had the castle, but it's like covered in graffiti and
I
shit. Like
was kind of
that's what
thinking.
I was thinking.
kind of thinking that too.
Like there's a skate
That'd be
park
cool.
in LA, like, but and they would be so that's our main focus as the audience, the punk castle. But then you have the traditional, beautiful white castle, and they like want to bulldoze the
The other
you know,
one.
and they're full of the misfits and the weirdos.
Mhm.
That's what I want. I want the weird punk castle, you know?
Mhm.
The Misfit Toys. That's my crew.
Yeah,
Misfit
yeah.
Toys, there you go. And then you could basically have that be like the princes from that one and the princesses from the punk one.
Oh,
Yeah.
it'd be a whole like. But okay, we need them. So they're enemies in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't want them to kill each other.
Nah.
We
No.
kind of want them to.
Find some common ground.
There you go.
Yep.
Common ground.
And now when we say that don't mean they actually gotta fall in love. As despite what everyone says of opposites attracting, it's only to a degree, guys.
See, I am so glad you said that. I'm
It's only
tired
to a
of
degree.
this this romance thing in movies and TV. Like, I get it. We fall in love, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes we don't need all of that. It's just too much, you know? Why
Like-
does every main character have to fall in love?
Like for
Mm.
like the best example of this, honestly, superhero movies.
Yeah.
Almost every superhero movie, there's a love interest.
Yep.
Every Batman movie, there's one.
Yeah.
Superman always has Lois. Although there was that one time he technically kind of cheated on her with a different girl back from hometown.
Bruce Wayne?
No, Superman.
Oh. Well, okay. I don't like
I don't-
Superman. I just want
I
to put that out
remember-
there.
Smallville, Lana Lang.
That's what I mean, Lana Lang.
Lana Lang, yep.
There's her. But it's always the same thing. Every single superhero film, there's a love interest. That, like, regardless of whether or not you want to say, no, there wasn't. Captain America didn't have one in his second movie. BS. He did. It was
Carter.
It was Agent Carter, but he didn't know she was Agent Carter until that. He didn't even know her name was Carter.
Yep.
First of all, which, by the way, and I know you're a little lost there.
I'm so lost.
She's the great niece of Peggy Carter, his original love from 1994. I mean 1945.
Did
Yeah.
they have kids together?
No.
Oh, okay.
At
I
that
was
point-
about to say that.
No. At that point, at that particular point in time, no.
Okay. Okay.
All right. But he didn't know any of that, and she was kind of there to be an interest, though nothing really happened in that movie
Okay.
for reasons, and I'm glad nothing happened in that movie, honestly.
So, yeah.
The third movie, they did do a little hookup, but then that was like where it stopped for reasons. Story had other things going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a superhero. I gotta save the world. I don't got time.
So really, that's like the most respectable way I've seen it get handled, because it's the first superhero movies I've seen where the love interest doesn't really get the guy at the end.
Yeah.
And I know y'all are looking at this and going, here we go. That's always a girl. The guy always gets the girl, and this time he didn't go. First of all, most superheroes are dudes. Let's make that clear. Not that there can't be female ones. The best one,
Ooh.
by the way, Wonder Woman, first one,
Mm.
best one.
Yeah. No, I like the newest Wonder Woman.
Gal Gadot,
The movie.
Who?
the actress
Gal
who,
Gadot.
Oh,
who
that's
played her.
her
Mm.
That's her
name.
real name. Who played her in the first movie? Did a great job, and she does get her guy, but then she lost him
Like,
because he
Yeah.
died.
oh,
Yeah. Chris Pine's character. I forget his name. Steve.
Steve Trevor.
Yeah.
Now, that is the one time you saw the female hero get her man, and everything was fine.
Now, I'm interested in not what's currently on right now, but what if you wanted to make a superhero movie or a movie in general? What would kind of be your storyline, and what kind of characters would you have? Yeah, think about that one.
I already got my answer, but let's wait for you.
Are we going super or it could be
Anything.
Anything you want. No whole bars.
I probably want to do like a comedy type movie.
I knew he was going to say that one.
Of course.
Yeah. Something along the lines of like aliens come to Earth. But everybody is scared of them, but they're just here to party. Like, they want to just party with the humans.
I love it. I love
Like,
that. Yeah.
So
They're just like, yo, where's the party at?
they're like, yo, what's up? And they can't humans can't understand the language, so they're just like, oh, they get all scared and run. But the aliens are just like, what the fuck is going on? Where's the weed at? Like,
yeah, where's the weed? Are these, what kind of party are they? They're just here to, like, have fun.
Yeah, they're just here to have fun, fucking go out, get shit faced.
Alien rave.
Yo, I would 100%. Love to go to an alien rave, dude.
That's the name of the movie, Alien Rave.
Alien Rave. I want to smoke some alien weed.
Yeah. Some space weed, dude?
Space weed? Yo, Xander.
Get the point, Xander.
Best part of that kind of thing, they won't need any glow sticks to glow in the dark.
It's just like
they're just straight up luminescent.
Their tattoos maybe have like
luminescence to it. Yeah,
they are the rave. They are the party.
Just a bunch of aliens dancing around and shit.
Ravers, you know what's up. I love it. Yeah,
that'd be something I would want to make.
Well,
can we? The powers that be. Can we like make these movies?
Make this happen?
Like Punk Castle, Alien Rave, and
well, far as me, much as I would love to tackle the action industry, I think what I would want to tackle above that, honestly, would be horror. Because I feel like I could possibly scare folks.
I feel like you have a sick mind, bro.
Oh, I do.
Like people are gonna be.
I have the most twisted sick mind. I actually told a great scary story at my campsite to my nephew.
You told a scary story?
Yep, to him.
I only thought that was in movies. I didn't know people actually did that.
Yeah, I sat right in front of a campfire, told him it, and he had a hard time going to sleep that night.
So wait, is this your movie?
Pretty much. I'd rather not speak it aloud. Only because I don't wish for anyone to take it, since it's such a good idea, honestly.
Yeah, the CIA is gonna take it.
But let's just put it like this. When he went back to school and he had talked to his friend about his trip, he mentioned what I had said. The whole story. He mentioned the whole thing to him. And his friend ended up saying, your unc is the scariest dude I've ever heard of now.
So what, do you want to tell us, like, just a snip, just the highlights?
To get you into the highlighted mood, it would be something like Halloween, if you will. So it's a slasher.
Okay, so there's a serial killer or a
classic
some
slasher.
type of
That's where I would want to start with. But obviously, I would also want to branch out and then tackle a few other monsters who have not really been done.
Oh, okay.
For example, a succubus. I know. It's like, this guy just wants to make a fucking porno. Just say it, dude. No, I don't want to make a porno. Okay, anyone can do that. It's literally, we got a camera right here. The three of us could be doing something in front of you, and you'd still know it.
That's the aftercast. That's the show after the show.
Like, that's literally the easiest thing to do.
OnlyFans.
Exactly. But no, that's not what it would be. All right, it would be horror because, let's face it, she's draining your life from you. That's not exactly a fun experience, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and you could reverse that and have an incubus too. Like you could.
Incubus is the male version.
Yep. You can.
Well, yeah, they actually are both one and the same. They
Oh.
switch from male to female depending
So
on.
they're one being.
Yeah, so they'll get the semen from the male
Yeah.
as a female, and then they'll deliver the semen into a female to have like a demon spawn type baby.
Whoa.
So right.
That's the lore behind it.
So right there.
Wild.
So right there. See, that's where the sickness comes in, man.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you would have to be graphic about that stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Do they kill the person?
Well,
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
well,
Like-
here's the thing. When it comes to the male, they drain their life force completely, so they die. After
Like
the
you mean
deed's
the
done.
female demon?
Yeah.
Succubus.
Yep. So the male dies after it's over,
Mm.
and their soul gets taken by them. So you don't even get
They
to
take everything:
Yep.
semen, soul.
the whole thing.
No.
Damn.
As for the girl, like he said, they only get impregnated, so they'll only die after the child's born.
Ah, damn. That sucks.
Some Rosemary's Baby shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But yeah, I mean, like I said, horror. That's why I would want to hit.
So
Yeah.
would the succubus be like an invisible force, like in real life, or would we actually get to see what she looks like?
I would say you'd see.
I would
You'd
Like
see.
an actual. So it,
I'm picturing something kind of along the lines of the female character in Gargoyles.
Demona.
That's what, yeah, Demona.
I-
That's what I'm thinking of.
so are they?
Wings.
So that's
Shit.
their true form, but they look like humans to
us
attract.
to attract. a mate.
Yeah, and maybe like after they get what they want, that's when they turn into
Pretty much.
whatever, and they're like, "What the?" Fuck is
Pretty
this?"
much. Pretty much.
Yeah. So speaking of personal projects, are we all working on something?
Oh, heck
Working
yes.
on stuff? Like
Yep.
if you have socials, let's shoot them out. I'll also put them in the description too.
Well, as far as socials, I don't really have too many of those listed at the moment for things to be used at this time. Other than my Instagram, which is titled Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf at Lone Wolf.
hmm
Just Lone Wolf.
I'm pretty sure I put some numbers on the back of that, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
we'll put it in the description.
It's pretty easy to find, though. Like, I don't have too many videos on it
Right. Yeah. For now. For now.
But that would be my hashtag title that I'd be going by.
Yeah. Lone Wolf. I love that name. Justin.
Me would be my Pokemon collector's Instagram. So it's just_collects. And I just post videos, opening packs, showing off my collection, different cards I got and stuff like that. Basically a big Pokemon nerd. So
I love it. Also will be in the description. All this will be in there. You know. But
It's creativity.
creativity, yes.
Which is what this is all about, guys.
Yeah.
That is what Hollywood, the movies, TV, it's all lacking.
that's
Yeah,
what entertainment
they're-
should be about.
Yeah, like they're sucking all the creativity out for profits. Like, let's just be straight.
Yeah.
Pretty
They're all
much, pretty
going
much.
for profits.
Like, at this point, they got so much that's already been created. They're like, we're just going to farm these franchises.
And
Yeah.
recreate shit that's already been done several times.
Yeah, and like I want to
Like-
tell people, if you have like a project in mind or something you want to create it. It doesn't matter art, if you're podcasting, if you're drawing, if you're interpretive dance, whatever lights up your soul, do that. Right?
Yeah.
Definitely.
But also keep in mind that sometimes there are consequences with them. Because there are some things that people think are creative. Not really, like we just said. Porn industry, it's not quite creative.
Yeah, they try to make it like a story.
It's not quite,
Yeah,
not quite.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, obviously not creative. That's, I would say, a tier down from a porno.
It's basically porn.
But it's one tier down only because you don't have a director, you're directing yourself.
Right, yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, with that, I just want to say real fast. As some people who find that entertaining, like, okay, go ahead, I guess that's your call, but then don't go turning around and then saying, "Oh, it's trash, it's trash, it's trash." Like you're never gonna get over it, dude. If you don't agree with it in the first place, why are you even watching it?
Yes, but you know what? What actor I really love from his transition? John Cena.
Absolutely.
I-
we
he
were just
went-
talking about that. in
He
the car.
actually did become a pretty
Yeah.
damn good actor.
He
Pretty
went
damn good
from
actor.
wrestling, which is kind of acting.
Yep.
Not kind of. It is.
It is.
It is acting.
It's all fake.
But
we know
then he
that.
went and became, and he's great.
Yeah.
Like he's a great actor. I love it.
I mean, The
He
Rock
is.
did it too.
I
The
love-
Rock did it first.
I love The
He
Rock
was the
too.
first.
The Rock is
But
Now wait,
Yeah,
was he?
John Cena.
No, wait. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Gina Carano also a former wrestler?
Gina Carano, she was in
The Mandalorian.
No, she was a UFC fighter.
No, almost.
It's
the,
got-
Yeah.
Almost.
almost the same thing.
But that's
there.
not
Yeah.
acting. They're just beating.
They're really
Yeah,
fighting in
They're
that
just
one.
beating
So
the shit out of each
so
other.
respects to her for that, for having the bare knuckles to go through.
Yeah.
Right, because wrestlers actually kind of have to act in their profession.
Yep.
UFC people don't. So she went straight from that to acting.
That's
So,
also a thing because like whatever creative thing you're doing, it can lead to something else. Let it happen. Like if there's a change with it. You know, don't
Mhm.
just become stagnant. No one wants to drink stagnant water.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you do, I guess.
And here's the other thing that I think does need to be said. Please, whatever you do not chase what people keep calling the modern audience. There is no such thing. It's not real. It's fake. These people they want to attract, they don't even buy or watch these shows or buy the products. They don't do none of this.
Now, what do you mean by modern audience?
The way they describe it today, it's pretty much like the wokest left. And I know your one friend was in your first episode there. She hated that word's been appropriated, and apologies, but has been. It's been appropriated. There's no going back. Woke now is attributed to people who are just so radical with their thoughts, like,
Yeah.
and nothing you say will make them go the other direction.
Right, yeah.
And they are literally infecting every aspect as well of the entertainment industry.
Oh, you mean don't try to please those people.
Like, don't try to please those specific people.
Right.
Because the first and foremost truth of these people, though they are the loudest, they are still a minority.
Yeah.
Understand this?
I-
They are this.
I like that because just because you're loud doesn't mean you're right.
Okay?
You know?
Now that's them. And guess what all of us are? We're that.
With this.
The majority.
With
We are
this.
the majority. We are the
Yeah.
people who actually have watched, who actually have read, or whatever. We are the ones who like this stuff. We are the ones who go to it. We're the
Yeah.
audience. And that's the whole thing. There only is the audience, the one that's been there, the one that's always going to be there, the ones who are going to teach their kids this stuff, show their kids this stuff. They're going to become fans. That's your audience. They're
Yeah.
always going to be there. But now that you're chasing this fictional audience, which is, let's face it, it's what they are. They're fiction.
The fictional audience. That's interesting. Yeah.
Because they're not interested in the first place.
Yeah.
They're fiction. So they're never going to come. They're never going to watch. You chase them, you lose money. You lose us, you lose money.
Because I
That's
think
what happens.
if you follow yourself, because you yourself are the audience too. We're the audience and the creators. So just do what makes you happy,
Mhm.
and people are gonna watch it or listen to it or whatever.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing I would like to add, just to help be a little bit of the devil's advocate for the woke for just
I
a
love
moment.
being devil's advocate.
Just for the moment. Just
Yeah.
for this one moment. If y'all feel like you actually do have a story worth telling, tell it, but make it your own thing. Do not appropriate another product just so you can reach a large audience.
Yeah. Stop
If what-
remaking movies.
If what you have
facts on facts on
if
facts.
what you have you feel is good enough as it is, then make it its own thing. But the moment that you go ahead and appropriate something else just to put this story out there for yourself, that tells us right away you had no confidence in it.
Ooh, that's interesting. So you're talking about the confidence. Is that something I'm dealing with? Because like, let's say I have an idea or something I'm working on,
Mm.
and then if someone else says something, my brain's automatically like, their idea is better. It's not. It's not, because now it's not mine anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm letting other people, for lack of
ideas.
influence, that's better. I was gonna say polluted, but it's not so negative. Influence is better, and it changes the course of my actions and my art. You know, and that's something I struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you, you know?
With my narrow focus, I first basically I'm just gonna be straight with everybody on this one. I talk to myself, whether it's in my head or out loud or in front of a mirror. Don't care.
Yeah.
Don't care. Why? Because I'm trying to figure out: do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? And when I talk it out loud, I actually get things moving in my head, and then I'm like, okay, no, this sounds better. I'll keep that.
Okay.
This is okay. I'll just put that little note over here. Maybe I'll use it. Maybe I won't.
So you kind of workshop to yourself out loud.
Pretty much.
Okay, I like that.
When I don't have anyone to bounce with. Now, when you guys are here, we bounce plenty of times.
Yeah.
For an example, not going to get too specific because, again, I don't want no one stealing my stuff.
Get out of here, Hollywood.
But there was this one particular series I came up with back in high school. You know of it. You liked the heck out of it. And you even came up with a character for it.
Nice.
And then you told me about it.
I know what you're talking about.
And
I think I know what you're talking about.
And I did kind of like what you were saying. But I was like, can I make one alteration though?
Mm.
And that alteration was for that particular character to no longer be a living individual.
Okay.
So to speak.
Yeah.
That's as far as you're going to get with that, guys.
Yeah, and I think that's the important thing. Because you can listen to people, but make it your own. And it's okay. If you're like, I don't like that idea, I'm going to change it. That's fine.
Now, again, he didn't exactly influence. What he did was just give out a thought.
Thought bubble.
Suggestion.
A suggestion. He made a character and he willingly handed it over. That's all. Now, that kind of thing's cool. But if you're one of those people who's just listening, someone talks about their stuff, sounds really good, and then you go ahead and you make it yourself, and then you make it seem like you came up with it, you're a lying asshole.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I know that there's people out there that have done this.
I mean, yeah. And those people are going to be found out.
At some point.
If you're an asshole, God's going to knock you down.
Basically, guys, the truth always comes out.
Yes. The truth always comes out.
Even if you're dead.
Yeah.
Yep. And the freaking remaking Garfield again. Like,
oh, God, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And dudes, there's even a list. I found this on the internet. There is a list of actual movie titles from way back when to be remade if Hollywood can't think of anything. And on that list, one particular one, they remake this, it's really over. Lassie.
Oh,
Lassie?
God, no.
Lassie.
Like
the dog.
Like the TV show.
The TV show.
Like someone, like Timmy's Caught in the Well?
Yep.
Oh, I never seen it, but
I'm just saying, it's on the list of remakes to be done.
So here's
if they can't think of anything.
Here's my idea. Why doesn't Hollywood just reach out to open it up to
Here's the reason. Here's the reason for that. Honestly, here's the real reason for that. They have become the elitists. They are now the highest of high class. They are basically, George Carlin said this best. It's a big club, and we're not in it.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the truth. It sucks because
AKA the Illuminati.
Caught you. Yeah.
But that's where it is. Really, they won't.
They're gatekeepers.
Exactly. And yet they call us the gatekeepers of certain things. It's like, well, we don't wish to be this way, but when you're ruining the things that we like, I guess we kind of need to be now.
Yeah. You know what? All right. I want your take on this because I have this idea that copywriting something kind of.
I know where you're going with this.
Wait, where am I going?
I know where you're about to go.
Where am I going?
Like, you think it hinders future creativity.
Yes, it does.
Now,
that's what I believe.
Now, there is a truth to that. But when it comes to something like, I'm just going to pull this up real quick. Like Ninja Turtles, for an example. That is an original idea. And then we had a bunch of anthropomorphic things that came later.
Yeah.
But those were ripoffs and copycats. That needed to be patented strictly because if anyone can come in, change it, shape it, and rearrange it the way they wanted to, well, just look at the state of some of it right now. It's kind of like, it's not as bad as some of the ones going on out there right now, but it's 50-50 at the very least. It's starting to go downhill.
Yeah.
Now, in the creative sense, that I would say it's not entirely a bad thing for. But in a different subject, that is wrong for an invention.
Like
For example,
the phone.
like the phone. If there was a patent on that, still is.
Yeah.
But I believe they've obviously found little ways either around that.
Yeah.
Because we've got cell phones now and all this other stuff going on, smartphones, everything like that. If it wasn't for that little loophole that they probably have found, which I don't know a thing about, we wouldn't have anything what we have now.
Right,
but
yeah.
when you have a patent that ended something like, for example, the light bulb, that ended it right there. Like no one could improve on that. Or say there was a medical device even. You know what? Better idea. Say there was a medical device that someone invented that easily could help remove a tumor.
Yeah.
You know, or at least it made it a little easier.
So you're saying,
but then there's a copyright patent upon it.
Yeah.
Which now you can't improve on it. No one's allowed to touch it.
See, now I think that's where the problem comes in.
Exactly.
What if people come in and say,
and then I can make it better.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no, it's not yours.
Yeah. What's your take on copyright? Your hot take.
I would say to an extent it's good because it's helping people protect what's theirs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But also it, like he said, it doesn't leave any room for improvement. So
yeah. And that's kind of where I was. Like,
yeah, where you are too.
The improvement of things. Like Ninja Turtles, you can copyright Ninja Turtles, but like ninjas and kids and things like that.
Like you can't copyright that specifically.
Right. Yeah, like general type of things.
But those things do have an expiration date if nothing happens with the characters or stories after. Well, it depends when everything was made, but the general consensus is after 100 years has gone by, then
that's a little wild.
Then it's a public domain and you can do whatever you want with it.
But do you think 100 years is reasonable?
Some of these are 100 years. Others were like, I think they were like 50 at best.
Yeah. I think 95 years is like standard. And then you can do whatever.
Yeah, but I think the reason for that was to kind of give, I guess, the stories some breathing room, if you will.
Yeah. So, like, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
We created a Batman story, but we can't do it.
Nope.
Right, because
if we could make it if we wanted to, but we cannot.
We can't make money off it.
We cannot. We basically can't publish it. We can't make money off it. If we were to do anything with it, the only place it could go is deviant art, where, let's face it, it would get stolen.
Yeah. Hollywood would just come in and like, oh, we created this new thing. No, you didn't.
But that's just what happens. So it's a double-edged sword. It has its purposes, but it also has its hindrances.
Yeah. So all right, so I'm gonna give both of you something to say to people about our creativity. Anything you want. Like, if you wanted to tell people something, what would it be? Yeah.
Just be true to you.
Ooh.
Do whatever makes you happy, what you're passionate about, and don't give up. Just keep going with it.
I like it. I like it.
Stay positive. Keep going.
Facts on
That's
facts.
what I'm doing. So
yeah, and I think that's important because the more you stay true to yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah, you might not become rich or whatever, but you'll be happier, right?
Exactly.
That you were yourself, right?
Happiness isn't about money at all. It's about accepting yourself fully.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face this.
I'm still not there. Nope.
No
Nobody's
one-
really there.
Right.
I mean,
But-
let's get real on money for like a hot second right there. It's not the key to happiness. It can help you get to a happy time once in a while, like certain trips and stuff like that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's important. Yeah, but it's a temporary thing.
But
It's
yeah,
not-
but that's like a temporary like high for yourself. So that's why you shouldn't chase it so badly.
yeah.
So to my what's the words I want to look for here? What I'm basically driving at here is this. When it comes to money, only try to get the amount that would help you sustain a life. That's all.
Yeah. Like a
Sustain-
comfortable.
Like sustain a comfortable life. You do not need to live the highest of lives.
Exactly.
It's not a necessity. Like
Mhm.
people seem to want to chase the world now. And it's
Yeah.
it's like why?
We all want to be kings and queens, and
Like I can understand a couple trips from certain places, but let's face facts. You're never gonna see the whole world before your life is over.
yeah. What's that song? Everyone wants to rule the world.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
I've never heard this one.
No, but if you played it, you would know.
But now, your question to me, I guess.
Yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
I would second what he said, but I would also want to add be original with what you're doing. Now, I know that that's a little hard because pretty much looks like everything's been done. But yet, Japan always proves that wrong.
Japan's on the cutting edge of
Yeah.
everything.
I mean,
You
anime
can't-
is the best TV out there now.
You can't keep up anyway.
So, since they're able to come up with new things all the time, I pretty much figured out a certain method of how this works. Take a little bit of something from here, a little bit of something from this story, a little bit of something from that story. Mix it together. That's how you make something new.
Yep. And create your
Don't-
own original character.
Then you create your own original characters, create your own original world and stuff. It's not that hard, guys. You just grab pieces. Don't take a whole thing from one area. Just grab little pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
Frankenstein it,
Pretty
Like,
much.
add your
Pretty much right there. Perfect.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein it. It's alive! Yeah, yeah. And so creating a world, how do you go about that?
Whew, jeez.
That's a
Well,
lot. Creating a world is,
first you want to determine, I'd say, what world do you want? Do you want it to be reflective of the world you live in?
like a real.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real setting to a degree or completely. Or do you want it to be 100% fantasy? If that's the case, what you got to decide pretty much off rip is what era would you say it takes in? Futuristic, feudal,
Right.
Yeah.
And you kind of want to relatively stick to that.
relatively stick to the zone. But obviously, you're making it up as you go. But having that as a baseline is a nice help.
Right. It's like an anchor to
Exactly.
hold you. Yeah.
Exactly. And then you got to come up with, okay, do you have religion in this time? Is there only one? Is there a couple? What are the governments like? Do you have God?
Do you get into specifics like how magic works, how the
Oh
governments
yeah,
work?
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I get into those too.
I'm very broad. I don't. I just like there's magic. Like I just
Yeah.
laugh. There's magic going
No,
around.
you can't go with that, bro. Like magic, literally, magic systems are the hardest thing to do when you're doing any kind of creating
Yeah.
of any story. Doesn't matter where it's at.
'Cause
But
it gets tricky.
But that's only because, like, you have to figure this part out. What are your rules when it comes to magic?
Yeah.
So, I know we were just talking about movies and stuff, but, okay, yeah, we'll stick with that. All right, I won't deviate. I'll stick because Harry Potter, perfect example. That, and yeah, I hear all you Rowling haters out there. You don't want me talking about this. I don't care.
Well, haters.
They hate her.
Who?
A lot of people hate.
A lot of people
J.K.
hate
Rowling.
Rowling because of things that she has said.
Oh, because she's like.
Anti I'm not even gonna say it. All right, because they'll get on me if I
You
say it.
can't don't
But
you
the
can't
thi-
judge the art based off.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the thing is, she's not anti from what I've seen. She just doesn't want women's rights being taken away and trampled.
I mean, okay,
Like,
right?
That's a good
That
thing.
sounds
Yeah,
that sounds like a
that's-
good cause.
That's a normal
for me.
thing, right?
That sounds like a good cause for me. So
Who is against that? No, never mind. I know who.
yeah,
Go
let's
ahead.
not even get into that.
Yeah.
But anywho, Harry Potter is a perfect example for this because the magic system is based on the fact that everyone in the world that's in his little magic world can do magic, but they have to channel it through wands and spells and potions. They literally have to
That's
follow.
their rules.
That's
Yeah.
their
of the
rules.
yeah.
That's the rules. Like nobody can
Limitations.
just do the magic.
Right. So like kind of Star Wars has they have
Yep, the
The
Force.
Force.
The Force,
That's their
yeah.
magic.
or what's in
system.
them. Like
The Metachlorians.
Metachlorians.
right.
Yeah.
So that's their rules.
That's
People
their
have to
rules.
have
Yeah.
Without that, you can't really. Well, it's not so much you need that to use it, but you need that to be able to communicate with
If
the
you want to get
Force.
in,
If you want to really use
Yeah.
it, like use it. You
Right.
still technically have it,
yeah.
It flows through everything.
but the midichlorians allowed you to communicate with it.
Okay.
That's where that came from. So yes, Star Wars, the Jedi, the Sith, they had their rules too. So that's basically where it comes from with magic. You have to establish the rules.
Yeah.
If you have no rules and everyone can just do whatever, then
What's
Right,
the point?
right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting because a lot of our art or media has a lot of magic in it.
Yep.
It's like we all
Oh, yeah.
instinctively think or know magic is at some level real. Like
Mhm.
not there's wizards or whatever, but you know.
I
do,
mean,
do you believe?
I do.
Or what? Do you
I believe that it's misinterpreted science, basically.
Ooh, I like that.
They haven't
Okay.
figured it out yet.
Right. So we
Like paranormal and stuff like that. you know?
yeah, yeah.
Thor said that.
Yeah, he did.
he said, "You
You call it magic.
you call it science, and
Or-
your ancestors called it magic. I come from a place where they're one and the same."
Yep.
I like that. I like that. Cause wait, didn't someone famous say that too?
All the time. I mean,
All the time.
they say it all the
It's
time.
all the time.
Ancient Aliens is all about
So
it.
like we could have like beings come down and be shooting lasers everywhere, and we would think they're magic.
They're
Pretty
magic,
much.
but they're using technology.
Right? Yeah.
And that's actually something I think's a little fascinating too, because for all we know, like the deities that we look up to, they
Yep.
could have been aliens.
So
Exactly.
so like, ooh,
I did a deep dive into Ancient Aliens. So
I mean, think
really?
I mean,
I'm
think
into
about it.
that stuff.
Think about it for a moment. There's got to be like a real reason why the Egyptian gods all have animalistic heads.
Yep.
Oh, you think there were beings?
Different types of aliens
That were-
and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Like our mythology was based off of
Real encounters.
real encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be crazy if like all of human civilization was just created from like mythology?
Mm.
Like it was just influenced from like beings that don't even care about us.
Hmm.
But then they're looking at us, they're like, look at these monkeys. Like I was joking, remember
We're
that?
their entertainment.
Yeah.
Like what if we're just one great big experiment?
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Like this whole, like think of it as the Earth itself is the terrarium.
Yeah.
We're
Matrix.
we're the experiments that they put. on it.
So were we put here on purpose? Like did the aliens or being or whatever?
I mean, there's theories that I learned from like different stuff, different conspiracy theories and stuff. Like one theory is that they genetically modified apes' DNA with their DNA to create us, and they instilled like different things that we'd be attracted to, like gold, stuff that's shiny and stuff.
They put it
because-
in us.
That's what fuels their ships and stuff, is gold and stuff. So that's why they made us like gold.
Wait.
So we can collect the gold for them, and they can just take it whenever they want. That's one theory behind it, but yeah, I believe.
Can we
like,
make that a thing? Can we
movie?
a movie?
Can we make
Oh,
that a
that's
movie now?
crazy. So
Yeah, dude,
we
there's a lot of
like
different-
gold and we hoard it, and they take it.
Yep, they use it for their ships or whatever
So
whatever technology they got. Apparently, they're here. They're in Antarctica, the moon base. The moon is a base and shit.
See,
like,
here's my thing about aliens.
lizard people.
Here's my thing about aliens. Show me. Come talk to me. Come be on my podcast.
Right?
Like, I would love to. I'm not afraid of aliens.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
don't
wait.
even get me started on USOs.
Underwater, like they live. Oh, that's probably.
Unidentified submersible objects. Like,
Uh,
there could be underwater bases and shit.
You know, George Carlin said that in a
George Carlin is
in a stand-up.
a legend.
way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time. He literally saw,
He saw through all the bullshit and
And-
told us about it.
and
Yeah.
he knew where it was going.
Yeah.
And we're there. He was
We're
basically a prophet.
We're there.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
was a prophet, even despite the fact that he didn't believe.
I mean, believe in what?
He didn't believe in God.
I mean,
Just
He's
saying.
an atheist.
Yeah.
Just saying. He was an atheist, but you can't deny the man was a bit of a prophet with the stuff he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was speaking
We're li-
nothing but facts.
We're literally living in the world that he described.
listen, you call it God, you call it science, you call it the universal theory, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
It-
Believe
there's-
whatever you want to believe. It's all
Yeah.
just one thing.
Right, yeah. Which,
Just interpret it different ways.
why can't we maybe not agree, but accept? Is that what I'm trying to say? Like, just accept that people think differently.
Exactly.
That's literally
Accept differences.
Yeah.
that's literally what the issue is today.
Right.
Like nobody
No, everybody
One-
wants
no,
to
everybody-
believe their opinion is right and prove everyone else wrong.
and
Right.
you need to agree with my opinion. If you don't, you're Yahtzee.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
wrong and you're irrelevant.
You're the other.
You're the op. You're the enemy.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
So, the trail's getting a little dusty, guys, so I think we're going to go, but join us next time for
Couch Talk.
Nice.